Yes, people, happy Friday to every single one of you. Welcome back to Football Ferreira channel. I'm bringing Serie A into Football Ferreira channel. A boring game, but 1-0 AC Milan against Torino. What a header by Oliver Giroud. Once again, what a header. 65 minutes straight after the game. Let's do the match review. There's a lot to be talking about. Very boring Serie A. Very poor AC Milan. But yeah, they're winning. Merci to Oliver Giroud. What a header. What a cross, by the way, by Theo Hernandez. And yeah, 1-0, 65 minutes. 25 minutes to go. Still plenty to go. Let's see what's going to happen. Can Torino get back? I can see. They actually was playing better than AC Milan, especially in the first half. Better second half. But yes, still a boring game. Big up to everyone. Keep smashing the likes. Please, people, smash the like. New to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Let's see what's going to happen. Milan now. Torino with the ball. Is that a free kick? Yeah, free kick for AC Milan now. Big up to everyone. Keep smashing the likes, please, people. Really appreciate the support. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Grazie, amico. Vamme. What a goal by Giroud. What a header by Giroud. What a header by Giroud once again. Giroud is like an old wine. The older he gets, the better he gets. What a player. Oliver Giroud keeps smashing the ball. Smash the like on this video. And vamos, vamos, vamos. Forza Milan. Sempre Milan. Vamos. Is that another cross? Hola. Theo Hernandez. Vamos, 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 vamos. It's been a better Milan in the second half. But still, very, very boring game. And a poor AC Milan like they have been this season. Can we see Torino get back to this game? Free kick now. Torino. Is that free kick? Yellow card. A yellow card for Torino. Free kick for AC Milan. Vamos, 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 carajo. Vamos, people. By the way, Ibrahimovic may come on. Ibrahimovic, who's been out for, I think, almost 9 months. We might see Ibrahimovic coming on today. Would be good to see Ibrahimovic coming on. Torino is just making some changes now, by the way. Vamos, 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 vamos. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Let's see if Torino can still get back to this game. That Rafael Leão on the left. Too much, too much. Rafael Leão trying too much. He's having a poor game once again, Rafael Leão. Just trying too much. Big up to everyone who's watching this. Keep smashing the likes, please, people. Vamos, 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 carajo. Vamos. Smash the likes, fam. Remember, let's do the match review straight after. I want to hear everyone's voice, please. Milan is about to make another change. 70 minutes, let's say 20 minutes to go. Still plenty of time for Torino to get back. Torino, Ricardo Rodriguez. That would have been a good ball. cleared out by Kalulu. Gabala's coming on. Gabla coming on for AC Milan. Who's going to come off now? So Milan's making a change now. I don't think Ibrahimovic will come on, but who knows? You never know. You never know. Scar coming off and Bala coming on for AC Milan. Just basically changing, defenders. Because Scar had a yellow card already. So maybe Pioli doesn't want to take any risks. Ooh, goal kick for AC Milan. Game's still on, people. Game's still on. Ibrahimovic is on a bench. Let's see if Ibrahimovic's going to come on. Would be nice to see Ibrahimovic coming on, but let's see, people. Let's see what's going to happen. Would be nice to see Ibrahimovic coming on, that's for sure. Let's see what's going to happen. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Vamos, vamos, vamos. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. 71 minutes, still plenty enough time for Torino at least to equalize and get one goal back into this game. Let's see what's going to happen, people. Let's see what's going to happen. Make sure you smash the like on this stream, please. Make sure you support the channel, please. And vamos, let me know your thoughts about Serie A. AC Milan, who's having a shocking season. I did expect that. I said a few months back, and I said, there's no way AC Milan would win another Scudetto with this squad. Milan is controlling the game now, so I mean, ooh, that free kick for AC Milan. Vamos, 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 people. Vamos, keep smashing the like, please. Vamos. Let's see what is going to happen. Can we see Torino get back to this game? It's been, equal game. Torino was better in the first half. Milan has been slightly better in the second half. Create a few chances already and score already, of course, with Oliver Giroud. There's not Messi. I think AC Milan needs this win. AC Milan in all competitions in the last, I think, 11 games has only won one game. They have been absolutely shocking. Let me see, my man, onto the ball. Big up to you, my man. Good to see you again. He says, Forza Milan, Ibra. Would be nice to see Ibrahimovic coming on. I don't think he will, because Torino inside the box. Ooh, la, 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 la. Wow. Wow. Torino was so close. Who was that? Anyways, corner for Torino. Wow, what a clear by AC Milan defender. I don't even know who it was. By the way, corner for Torino, header. What a chance! What a chance for Torino! What a chance! Is that a corner again? Yeah, that is a corner. That was an AC Milan player who last headed the ball. That should have been a corner. What a chance for Torino. But by the way, I don't think Ibrahimovic will come on because he's not even warming up yet. So AC Milan actually has, I think, 3 or 4 players warming up at the minute. Ibrahimovic not in there, so he may not come on. By the way, onto the ball. If you're still watching this, did you watch Oliver Giroud goal? What a header. Tonali? Is that Giroud? The ball is out. Yeah, by the way, what a header by Ibrahimovic. What a header. Torino again. Ooh. Very poor last touch. Ooh, corner for Torino. Bala tried to pass the ball back to the goalkeeper, and well, the goalkeeper was a little bit asleep, but that was a poor pass as well. And yeah, Torino, a corner for Torino, another chance for Torino. Like I said, game still on. I can see Torino equalize this game. Corner for Torino. Can they go one goal back now? Corner. Ooh, AC Milan goalkeeper come out, clear it out. Again, clear it out. Another cross for Torino. Ooh. Now AC Milan a counter side. I can damage them now. Is that Rafael Leão? Rafael Leão, Giroud? It's not Hernandez. What a miss. What a miss. That could have been second goal for AC Milan. What a counter attack, by the way. Was that offside? Theo is missed dropping. Big up to you. What a chance by Theo Hernandez. How did you miss that? That would just be in game over. By the way, drop it. Big up to you. Really appreciate the support. Make sure you smash the like on this video. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. And stay tuned. I will be doing a match review. I will give my thoughts about AC Milan and about Serie A as well. Really appreciate the support. Yeah, what a chance by Theo Hernandez. You cannot miss that. Milan just needs to make sure they kill the game. They score a second goal. That's it. Finito. Game is over. Otherwise, they will be suffering for the last 5 to 10 minutes of the game. Let me see into the ball. I've got no IPTV. Big up to you, my man. But I will share the goal with you. What a head. I know, because I know you like Giroud anyway. And yeah, what a player. What a player, Giroud. What a player. I've said this a few times, and I remember you was in one of my live shows, and we said he's probably the most underrated French footballer of all time. What a player. What a head. I mean, the header, just the way he moved, the way he headed the ball. Yeah, great cross, by the way. It's great cross by Theo Hernandez. But the way he just steps, the way he moves as well, absolutely unbelievable. What a header. Typical from Giroud. But yeah, let me see, Droppy. Yes, what a miss. Milan needs to make sure they get a second goal before they will be suffering in the last few minutes. So Milan is about to make another change now. Yeah, Milan is making a change now. Who's coming on? Well, 78 minute. Brian D is coming off now for the Belgian young talent. Keller is coming on. Right, Torino. Is that throw for Torino? None the ball's now out here. Hernandez still. Right now, Milan, Giroud, Rafael Leão on the left. Ooh, what a run. Inside the box. Ooh, that would have been a great ball. Back to Giroud. Corner for AC Milan. Corner for AC Milan, my people. 80 minutes, 10 minutes to go. Let's see if Torino still got enough energy to get a goal back. Torino is about to make a change. I'm just going to share my screen quickly. Anyways, a corner for AC Milan. Second goal would definitely, probably, most likely kill this game. Corner, a well played by Torino goalkeeper. Torino, is that free kick? Yeah, free kick for Torino. As you can see in here, 81 minute. Let's see, people. Let's see. Free kick for Torino. Right, Torino is making two changes. So Torino is going to take a risk right now. This is a most needed win for AC Milan. Right, free kick for Torino. Big up to everyone's watching this. If you could please support the channel by subscribing and smash the like, I really appreciate it. Let's see. 10 minutes to go, like I said. Still game on, anything can happen. Right, Torino now. Can Torino get one goal back now? Milan looked better in the second half, better organized as well. Right, Torino. Ooh. Clear it out now, Milan. That free kick now. No, free kick. Yeah, it's free kick. Yellow card for Torino. Free kick for AC Milan. 8 minutes to go plus extra time. Still game on. Unless Milan gets the second goal, the game is on, people. Game is on. Right, free kick for Milan. Shot free kick. Milan with the possession. Giroud, or just missed trying to pass the ball back to Rafael Leão. So yeah, Torino with the possession. Vamos, people. Let's see what's gonna happen. Milan with the possession, passing the ball back. Milan losing the ball again. Torino with the ball. Milan is not trying hard to try and get that second goal that would, relax them and that finito the game. That free kick for Torino. We got 83 minutes now. Torino they make a few changes already. Torino will definitely push forwards. They will, of course, try and get a goal back, at least to equalise. But like what I'm seeing from AC Milan right now is that they're not even trying hard to try and get a second goal to try and finish the game. They just want to hold the lead, and now it's a most needed win for Milan. They need it, like I said, in the last 11 AC Milan games in all competitions. Milan has only won one game. Absolutely shocking. Torino with the ball now, trying to cross, moving the ball into the left. Habanic, is that a corner? Corner for Torino. Game on. Can we see Torino equalise? Game on, almost 85 minutes. Corner for Torino. So now, Torino with a corner. Ooh, clear it out. Again, Torino. Ooh, AC Milan, clear it out again. But the ball back to Torino. Is that throw for Torino now? Yes, throw for Torino right now. Right, let's see. Game on. Ooh, what a ball! Is that offside now? It's not offside. Keep going. Throw for Torino. Let's go, people. 5 minutes to go plus extra time. Still game on. I just got funny feeling that Torino might just get one goal at the end of this game. That corner now, throw for Torino. Ibrahimovic looks like not chance to come on. Still on the bench. After 9 months, still not to die that we're gonna see Ibra coming back. Sorry, it's a throw for AC Milan. I thought that was a throw for Torino. Right, almost 87 minutes. Right, throw for Torino. Torino has to push forward now. Torino has to go for it now. Torino needs to make sure that Torino goes for it. And AC Milan's going to make another change. And I think Origi will come on. Most likely, if Origi come on, we'll replace in Giroud. Oh, what a bad ball by Torino player. Calabria as well coming on. So 2 AC Milan players is ready to come on. Pioli feels like he must to make some changes right now. They really need it. Let's see how long the ref's going to give. I think about 6 minute extra time. Right. Is that Giroud? Ooh, Giroud is still with the ball. Right, let's see. Milan in a counter side. Let's see what Milan can do from in here. Can Milan get a second goal and kill the game now? Ooh, moving the ball into the left. Theo Hernandez. What is Theo trying to do? Still pass the ball back now. AC Milan slowing the game down a little bit. Right, Milan still with the ball. Well played. Giroud now. Giroud moving into Theo Hernandez. A bit slow. It's just too slow. Too slow. And yeah, they've lost the ball now. Right, so Milan's making some changes right now. Well, 3 changes, right? Milan is actually making 3 changes in an 88 minute. Let's see who's going to come off now. Most likely Giroud. Yeah, Giroud will come off. Giroud will come off. Tolari as well coming off. Maybe Rafael is another one. Let's see if Origi can do a Giroud and score a second goal for AC Milan. Right, almost 89 minutes. Let's see how long left. Let's see how long left. One minute to go. Extra time is about to come on. Let's see how long. How many minutes extra time? Right, Torino still with a chance now. What place in Milan? Clear out. Milan. Just keep losing the ball. Is that a free kick? Yeah, free kick for Torino. Right, almost 90 minutes. Let's see how long extra time. Right, Torino with a chance maybe now. Ooh. I think he is with Milan, and now Milan trying to slow the game down. And Milan was poor in the first half, but they look so much better. Look, as a team as well, they look solid in the second half and better organized as well. This is the Milan, this second half Milan. I'm not saying through all the second half, but was the Milan that I remember seeing last season. By the way, it's 5-minute extra time. Milan with the ball still. Origi back to Theo Hernandez. They're trying to slow the game down. They're not trying. They're not looking to get a second goal to try and, like I said, finish the game. That handball now, throw for Torino. Come on, almost 91 minutes. Torino must need to take risks in here. Losing 1-0 or losing 2-0, you know, it doesn't make any difference. So they need to take a risk now. But Milan is actually pressing well. Milan organization as well looks good in the second half. There's not enough spaces for Torino to try and break this AC Milan. That's it. Torino cannot break this AC Milan. Wow, maybe a chance now. Is that a free kick? Yes, free kick now. Still the ball. Still Torino. Torino. Torino inside the box. What does he do? Oh, clear out. Well played by AC Milan defender. Throw for Torino. Will they throw in the box? Let's wait and see. Excited last few minutes of the game. Excited people. Yeah, Torino, can they cross the ball now? Ooh, corner for Torino. There's a chance for Torino now. 92 minute. There's a chance for Torino to equalize. 92 minute corner for Torino. Game on, people. Game on. And the goalkeeper, Torino goalkeeper, is going in the box. Corner. Ooh. Goal kick for AC Milan. Basically, I think game over. Almost 93 minutes. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, goal kick for AC Milan. Looks like the game is under control by AC Milan now. Torino might have another chance. Yeah, goal kick for AC Milan. Another chance for Torino, maybe. Front for Torino. Is everyone going forward now? Ooh. That was too much. That would have been a very, very long good ball from Torino goalkeeper, but that was a bit too much. Throw for AC Milan. Looks like the game will be over soon. Straight after the game, let's review the game. Let's give our thoughts. I want to hear everyone in the live chat. I want to hear everyone's thoughts about Serie A, about this AC Milan this season. Absolutely shocking AC Milan. Throw for AC Milan, 94 minute, 5 minutes extra time, so it's a minute to go. Milan with the possession. Origi, another throw for AC Milan, and looks like the game will be over, people. Looks like the game will be over. Yeah, another throw for AC Milan, slowing down, taking their time. That's it. People, basically, the game is over. 5 seconds to go. The game is basically over. That's it. That's it. Game over, people. Finito. AC Milan 1, Torino 0. Milan back to winning ways. AC Milan is back to winning ways. Big up to everyone. Let's do the match review. Let me just quickly bring this screen up. As you can see in here, let me just quickly refresh. Full time, people. AC Milan 1, Torino 0. AC Milan 1, Torino 0. Milan back finally to winning ways. Most needed win for AC Milan. Yes, they did the job. Wasn't a great performance, but win is a win. They know how important was to win today. This might give them confidence. They've got Champions League game in mid-week against Tottenham. That is a big game. Always in the Champions League, a big game for AC Milan, a big game for Tottenham. But yeah, let's just quickly go through the game. As you can see in here, the stats. It wasn't a great game of football to watch. Let's be honest. It wasn't. Very, very shocking and boring first half. Even myself, I was shocked. I could not believe, like, seeing this Milan. As you guys know, I watch Serie A, I follow Serie A, and I said this about, I think this was just before the season started. I was like after a few weeks into the new season, and I said, I cannot see this AC Milan with these squads, right, winning another Scudetto, and I cannot see AC Milan even get close to top three, or even top two, or even top three. And we've seen Milan very, very poor recently. As I mentioned already on this live stream, AC Milan has only won in all competitions. And let's bring up, they got beat by Inter 3-0 in the Super Cup of Italy, and Coppa of Italy as well. In all competitions, AC Milan in the last 11 games has only managed to win one game. Yeah, their performance clearly has been dropped compared to the beginning of the season, because they still looked okay at the beginning of the season. They wasn't really playing well, but it was grabbing wins. But yeah, in the first half, very, very boring. There was only like one chance for Torino. Torino would dominate our first half. Torino was the better team, but still, Torino wasn't dominating, like, having a lot of chances. But yeah, it was very boring first half. It was most needing, a different attitude from, especially from AC Milan. They're at home at San Siro. You know, they they supposed to be doing better. After that first 45 minutes was absolutely shocking. And going into the second half, we saw completely different AC Milan. Um, Still in the first minutes of in the second half, still it wasn't great, but it straight away create, Rafael Leão, who had, on my views, another shocking game. But then he had a very, very good chance, a good ball from Giroud. He should have done it better. But yeah, then after that, AC Milan start creating a few chances. Giroud had another one, and then AC Milan score. AC Milan scoring in 62 minute, I think, about around 60 minutes or something like that. Let me just quickly bring it up. Right, it should be in here quickly. I think it was in 62 minutes, 61 or something. Was just before I come live, because I was ready to come live, and then AC Milan score. As you can see, 62 minutes. But what a ball that was. But what a header by Giroud. Great cross by Theo Hernandez, and what a header by Giroud. And this goal gave them confidence. After that, AC Milan was still on top of the Torino. Then it slowed down. You expect them to slow down. Then, Pioli start making a few changes. I would love to see Ibrahimovic coming back. It would be so good to see Ibrahimovic coming back. But, after 9 months, it will probably take him time, probably another 2 or 3 games for him to come on. It's only 1-0. I don't think Pioli would want to take any risks bringing Ibrahimovic on with only 1-0. But yeah, like I said, compared to the first half into the second half, a better AC Milan. And then yeah, after the goal, 2-3 minutes after, Torino made a few changes. They're 1-0 down. They want to take a few risks as well. And Torino start dominating the game again, having the possession as well. Trying to. But the thing is, Milan looked as well. As I said, better organized in the second half as a team. There wasn't really much gaps that Torino could break AC Milan. And with the changes as well that Piola made, and not Piola made, let me just bring it up. That was the Torino, like I said, straight after Giroud goal, Torino made some changes. And then in here, Gabbia cannot come on, a defender for defender. Simon Scott come off because I'm not sure if he come off due to an injury or because he had a yellow card. Maybe Pioli did not want to take a risk. And then, like you saw in here, let me just bring it up a little bit. And then, yes, AC Milan, like I said, straight few minutes after Theo Hernandez, what a counter-attack by AC Milan. Theo Hernandez inside the box. What a miss. Basically, with an open goal, what a miss. I thought if Milan would have got our second goal, the game would clearly be over for sure. Let me just go through in a live chat. My man in here says, frankly, Cam, big up to you. Good to see you again. My man says, I was able to catch the first half. Finally, Milan gets a win. Yes, finally, they got a win. Like I said, this was their first win in the last, I can't remember. I will bring it through. But like I said, before this game, in the last 12 games in all competitions, AC Milan has only managed to win one game. That was in Serie A. And yes, let me just quickly finish off giving my thoughts, reviewing the game. Like I said, with this chance, as you can see in here in the screen, what a chance by Theo Hernandez. If he would have put that in, the game would have been completely over. But yeah, game was still on. We're still 1-0. Torino knew that Torino could damage AC Milan, but AC Milan looked better in the second half. Like I said, they looked more solid and better organized as well. They wasn't given Torino as much space that was given in the first half. And like I said as well, with the changes, clearly made AC Milan better. I know the changes come, like after 70 minutes, last 10 minutes of the game, but still they looked solid with Torino making a few changes as well. They did not really create one big chance. They had like a couple of shots, but nothing more than that. Like I said, they had a few corners as well, but they wasn't like dominating, right? They wasn't putting enough pressure on Milan. They just could not break AC Milan. And fair play, to AC Milan, credit to them because they looked well organized in the second half. But like I was saying, I was begging, Milan wasn't trying hard to get the second goal, and they was just slowing the game down. And but then Torino wasn't doing anything, and that's it. Basically, the game was there. Then, like, you saw a lot of changes as well, and yeah, this was a most needed win for AC Milan. Did Milan deserve to win this game? I mean, it's hard to say because I thought it was a poor game, a poor football game. Absolutely. Do you know what? After that first half, I was like, should I go live? It's Friday night. Everyone's probably now drinking, partying, and not one's going to be bothered about AC Milan. They've been shocking this season. And I thought, you know what? Let me just go live. Let me do a Serie A. I haven't done a Serie A for a few weeks. And apart from, you guys know I watch it. But yeah, I think overall, yes, a better AC Milan in the second half. But overall, a draw. I would take a draw. I mean, as a fair result. But yes, I'm not going to say I disagree that Milan should not have won this game. Torino deserved. Now, I'm not going to say that. It was a very, very equal game. And yeah, 1-0, I would say, yeah, it was a fair result at the end. And this was a must need win for AC Milan as they have been very, very, very poor. And big up to everyone who's watching. Keep smashing the like on this stream, please. Please make sure you do. Really appreciate the support. And my man says, if Juve didn't get punished, they probably wouldn't make top 6. What AC Milan? I said about AC Milan. I say AC Milan. When you look at this AC Milan squad, right? Let me just bring AC Milan squad up, right? Let me just quickly bring their squad up. You clearly will see their squad, right? You look at their squad, right? Their main goalkeeper is injured, right? He's been injured for a few months now. Then you look their back line, line 3, line 5, you look at their midfield. You look Giroud's age, they got Ibrahimovic age, Origi, who they bought in from Liverpool. And let me just quickly bring into they've been having a lot of injuries as well this season. Let's be honest. Yeah, AC Milan's been having a lot of injuries this season. But when I look at this AC Milan squad, I've said this a few months back. I said I do not rate this AC Milan team. I don't think their squad has enough depth, enough quality to go and try and at least fight for another Scudetto. Last season, yeah, they won, right? They won. We had a Napoli who are typical from Napoli, not this season, but typical when it comes to the last 3 months of the season. They always seems to fail. Inter had a bad run last season that basically are not. Inter went head to head with AC Milan until the last game. Inter, Serie A was still on, but Inter, that bad run that Inter had last season, I can't remember what period of the season it was. That basically was when Inter basically lost the Serie A. But yeah, still, this squad's a lot of age players. Yeah, there's some young players in here, but there's a lot of players I do not rate. When I look at these squads, honestly, as much as respect I have for Ibrahimovic, he should have been retired already. That's just me. If he might hear that, he may not be happy, me saying this. But yeah, Rukugu says the better team lost. Without Lian, they finished. They need a young striker. I mean, they just need a lot, not just a young striker. They need more than that. I just don't think this AC Milan defense is really poor, very, very poor. Apart from Theo Hernandez, who's for me is a top left back. Apart from Theo Hernandez, I think this AC Milan's defense is very, very poor. And it's just not enough depth in his squads. Like I said, too many age players, too many players that, for me, is not good enough. Let's not forget, AC Milan is one of the biggest clubs in the world. AC Milan is a club that, I know Serie A has gone through like a rebuild. We might see Serie A being one of the best leagues in the world again, in a few years. But I still think they're a little bit far away. When I watch, because you guys know I watch League One, I watch Serie A, I watch Bundesliga, Premier League, La Liga, and stuff. When people talk about Napoli, yes, Napoli's been smashing this league. Napoli look by far the best team this season. But when you look at Inter squad, Inter hasn't got bad squads. When you look at when you look at Juventus squad, they haven't actually got bad squads. They've just been unlucky with a lot of injuries and a lot of things going on. Same with AC Milan. Bad luck with a lot of injuries, but still, we're not their squads. It's not good enough. Their squad is not close to Napoli squads, Inter squads, Juventus squads. Do you know what? Even Roma's squads, I don't know. Even if you actually look player for player on a paper, Roma squads, I probably would take Roma squad over this AC Milan squads. So many of these AC Milan players are, wow, like I said, it makes me wonder and think, how is these players play for AC Milan, a club like AC Milan? But yeah, let me just quickly do this because I'm going to bring up the table as well in a minute. And 1 second, people. Keep smashing the likes, please, please. Let me just quickly go into AC Milan games. As you can see, very bad run they had. Very, very, very poor run. That was the last game they won in Serie A was against Salernitana away, 2-1. And then they went in a bad, bad run. Drawing to Roma at home, losing in the Coppa d'Italy, run of 16 against this Torino 1-0. Then dropped to Lecce away, then got beat, as I mentioned already, by, of course, Inter, and 3-0. And then they got beat by Lazio away 4-0. Then at home against Sassuolo, that was shocking, absolutely shocking. I put a post up on my social media, and I think this was the first time ever that AC Milan conceded 3 or more goals in 2 Serie A games in a row, or in the last how many years, whatever, I forgot. And yes, what about run they've been? Like I said, at the beginning of the season, they still looked okay, but still, you could tell this squad, I'm sorry, it's not good enough. And I strongly believe AC Milan will not get into the top three. And if Juve, like my man in here, frankly, Cam said, if Juve did not had 15 points taken off, I probably would say that AC Milan would probably not get into the top four. That's just me. A lot of people might think different than me. A lot of people might have different thoughts, but that's just me. And yes, just going into their bad run as well. They've lost to, of course, Inter. We know what Inter means to them. I don't think I need to say what Inter means to them. But then this win was a most needed win for AC Milan. This was a must needed win. Just not because, they need to get back to track, winning track, and also giving them confidence. This Champions League coming, Champions League now. They've got Tottenham, as you can see in here, Tuesday, in San Siro, fast leg against Tottenham. I want to hear everyone's thoughts about, again, Tottenham. What do you think, Milan against Tottenham? Is a hard one to predict, but you know what? As much as I don't like Tottenham, whatever I said about Tottenham, I just got a feeling that Tottenham will probably do AC Milan. I just think Tottenham has, especially that front three, has enough quality to damage this AC Milan defense, who is very, very poor. Massive game for sure. But as you can see, Milan is back, to third place. That's still, an extra game with 41 points. Roma still got a game. I still think Milan will struggle to get into the top three. And then also you got Lazio there. You got Atalanta, who's having, second half of the season. This Atalanta just look good. Atalanta look good. I know they lost their last game against Sassuolo, but yeah, I can see Atalanta probably, being up there. Let's see with this AC Milan. You just never know with this AC Milan. It's not a good squad for me, unfortunately. And if Lazio can keep the good run, but Lazio is another team that, you never know with Lazio, right? You never know with Lazio. It's the same with Atalanta, right? Atalanta had an okay start, but then they had a very bad run. Then they decide again to start scoring goals and banging goals for fun, apart from losing the last game. So yeah, it's been a very tight. It's going to be tight. I think it's going to be very tight till the end of the season between Milan, Roma, Lazio, and Atalanta to get a third or fourth place. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough one for them to get into that third place, into the fourth, to see who's going to finish top four. But I strongly believe, I don't know what, not just because I like Mourinho, but I think Roma. I said this before the season start. I said I think Roma will finish in the top four, and I still think Roma will finish in the top four. I'm not sure about you guys. Let me know in the live chat if you think AC Milan will finish in the top four. AC Milan or Roma or Lazio, Atalanta. Let's see who's going to finish top four. But yeah, let's look into AC Milan against Tottenham. A game that it can be a funny game. This can be a funny game. That was a most needed win, and of course today for AC Milan, put them back into the winning tracks. But when you look at this in here, right, against Tottenham, right? Tottenham has just beat Manchester City in the Premier League the last game. Good performance from them. I'm sure I'm going to give them a lot of confidence. But then it's hard. This is a hard call. But just the feeling that I have, I think Tottenham will do this AC Milan. I think Tottenham, first leg as well, away to AC Milan. I think if Tottenham goes in there and at least gets a draw, a good result, I think Tottenham will finish them at home. In two legs, I can see Tottenham doing this AC Milan. But who knows? Look, it's Champions League. Remember what said about Champions League is the mentality. The mentality is what it makes a difference in these kind of competitions. In the Champions League, the mentality is what most of the times makes a difference. It's always good to have quality, of course, it helps. But look at Manchester City, look at Paris Saint-Germain, how they do in the Champions League, right? Look, this is the mentality is where you must have in this kind of games. So it's hard to predict. I keep saying this. I've said this a lot of times this season. I think that this is a season where you cannot predict anything. You cannot just predict anything. Having the World Cup in between, the season just messed up everything. A lot of players injured, and it's just been so many surprises. We saw so many surprises in the World Cup. We saw so many like crazy results already in almost all the top five leagues already this season, and it's a hard call. But I think, do you know what? Milan against Tottenham. I think in the first leg, I am going to go for a draw. Think it might be like equal game, but I'm gonna go for a draw. And but I still think Tottenham will do them at home. I think Tottenham will damage AC Milan in the second leg. But in both legs, I can't see Tottenham go through. And a lot of Tottenham fans might be surprised coming from me for all I said about Tottenham. But yeah, I just think Tottenham will do them. But who knows? Look, don't take my predictions as is guarantee because nothing's guaranteed. Don't take my predictions as you know, or don't put your money on it. That's for sure. Don't put your money on it. That's how I feel from seeing these two sides. Like I said, Tottenham also hasn't really had a good season. It's been a lot of ups and downs, but I just think Tottenham have enough to do this AC Milan. This AC Milan this season about they won today, but it's still they did not look good, and I can't see Tottenham do it. But let's just wait and see. Let's see what's going to happen. And big up to everyone that is watching this. Really appreciate the support. Keep smashing the likes, please, people. Smash the likes. Let's just go through. Let me just quickly bring it up again as I give my thoughts. AC Milan next game. Let's look AC Milan next few games in Serie A, as you know, the next game is in the Champions League. So we've got in here AC Milan next few games, apart from the Champions League I just gone through. They're away to Monza. It's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. And they got Atalanta. That's a big game, like I said, to try and get into that top, into the top four. It's gonna be a big fight this season between Roma, Atalanta, AC Milan, and also Lazio, who's up there as well. Because I think we all know that Serie A is finished. Serie A is done. Let's be honest. Serie A, Milan will definitely win Serie A, and then away to Fiorentina, always a tough place to go. And then they got a second leg against Tottenham. I'm not sure how serious will. I'm sure they will be taken serious in the Champions League. AC Milan, they will try, of course, win. Like everyone else, we'll always try and win the Champions League. I'm not like because I have people out there saying, this AC Milan will at least try, get to the semi. Nah, they will try and win it. Yeah, I don't think AC Milan will win. We're not like most likely AC Milan will not win, but of course they will try and do everything they can to win it in the Champions League. Seeing Serie A for them is gone, right? We'll try get into that top four. Of course, they will probably put their main focus if they turn their mentality into the Champions League. Who knows? Like I said, I don't think they're going to win, but you're telling me they're not going to win as well. But who knows? Anything can happen. We've seen a lot of surprises. And then they got a home against Santana. I mean, in the next 6 games, they got 4 Serie A, as you can see, and 2 Champions League games. That's both legs against Tottenham. There's a lot of important games coming ahead for us in Milan. So this is what I said. Today game it will give them confidence. Surely will give them confidence. It will give them confidence ahead into, a very busy few weeks that will decide AC Milan this season. Will decide if they get into the top 4. Will decide how far they can go in the Champions League. But like I said, I haven't got much hope about AC Milan. I think they will struggle to get. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say they're not going to finish top 4 this season, but I don't think they will get into the top 3. I still think the top 3 is, as we know, the champion Napoli, second most likely Inter, unless Inter as well focus in the Champions League, start dropping points, start resting a lot of players. But I do strongly believe that Serie A will be, as we know, the champion already. It's confirmed and official. Napoli is, I mean, it needs to happen like a drama. A drama needs to happen in Serie A for Napoli to lose the league. But yeah, Napoli to win the league. I think Inter to finish second. And I believe Roma with Mourinho will most likely get a third. And fourth place going to be between Lazio, Atalanta, or AC Milan. And let's see how Milan's going to look into the next games after this win today. Seeing if everyone gets back from injury, because they still got players to get back from injury, but still their squad, I'm sorry, it's not good enough. But yeah, let's see what is going on. Let me see how the pool's going. If the pool's going strong at the minute, let me see how the pool going on right now. Who do you support? Most of everyone has watched this live stream said they support Torino, people. Torino. And yeah, keeps let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in a live chat about this AC Milan so far this season. What is going on wrong with this AC Milan? Like I've said, I think AC Milan did not rebuild the squad properly. I think AC Milan should have, let's say, AC Milan should have bring in better players. I didn't think the signings they did was good enough. I thought they should have got rid of a lot of players that from last season. I know they cannot afford and stuff. This is, trying to rebuild slowly. They cannot really afford, to go out there mental like we've seen in Premier League clubs or other clubs. I know that, I do understand, but still, there's ways to run the club, and I don't think the way AC Milan running the club right now, the last season. But the thing is, a lot of people's going to bring last season. A lot of people's going to live through the past. You cannot live through the past. You cannot leave just the fact they've won a Scudetto basically with this squad, right? You clearly knew they've won. They was lucky, and just because the others was poor, and also you knew that this AC Milan could not win another Scudetto. I'm not just saying this just because AC Milan is out of the title for sure. Like I said, Napoli win. They've been very poor. I'm not just saying this because they're not winning the Scudetto and they've been very poor. Because if you guys look back, I've made a video, 5 months ago. This was at the beginning of the season, and I said Milan will not finish. Milan will not get close to the top three. And I said this, and Milan was the champion of Serie A last season. So yeah, I knew what I was saying. I knew when I see the squad, I knew the way they did not rebuild the squads. I knew that they would struggle this season. And we've seen a struggle. We've clearly seen AC Milan struggle, basically like I predict. Because they have not rebuilt. They should have started rebuild the squad from last season into this season as well. For me, they did sign some players, they did, but for me, it wasn't good enough the signings they made. That was just me. This is why they struggle to not rebuild the squad when they should, and you clearly see they're paying the damage with a lot of injuries as well this season. And yeah, they're paying the damage. Let's see what's going to happen. At the end of the season, I may be wrong. At the end of the season, who knows? They may finish second in the Serie A. Who knows? They may go far in the Champions League. But I just cannot see. That's just me. I'm not sure what is you guys' thoughts, but you let me know in the live chat. Smash the like on this video, please. Really appreciate the support. And yeah, vamos, vamos, vamos. Let me just quickly go back into today's game. Let me quickly bring up the table. I've sorry, this is a Champion League. Sorry, this is a Champion League. Let's go back into Serie A, my people. Let's go back into Serie A. As you can see, and as I've mentioned, forget about that top. Forget about Napoli. Let me just take Napoli off in here because it does not make sense to bring Napoli up because this league is just like this, right? And as you can see in here, right, you've got Inter. No, the thing is, Milan is not far from Inter, right? I know they got a game. Same with Roma and Lazio and Atalanta, right? So Milan got an extra game compared to when you look to Inter, Roma, and Lazio and Atalanta. But yeah, they're not far from Inter. Like Roma is not far from AC Milan. All they need to do is winning their game, taking over AC Milan again. Same with Lazio and also Atalanta. But there's going to be a big fight between. Even so, I believe Inter will finish second. But it's how they're going to do in the Champions League. Inter will be facing FC Porto in the Champions League, right? A lot of people think, yeah, Inter should do. Let's not forget, if Inter beats Porto, they know Serie A is over for them. Like, let me say this again. I cannot see Inter winning the Champions League. Like I said with AC Milan, I cannot see Milan winning the Champions League. The same with Napoli. Even so, Napoli has been one of the best teams running European football this season. There's no doubt about that. There's a lot of quality on Napoli. Can Napoli win? Yeah, they can. But I cannot see Napoli win. But if you ask me, they can. Yeah, I will say, yeah, they can. Anyone can win, right? At the end of the day, it's football. Anything can happen. Remember, football is a funny, funny game, right? Anything can happen. I can be sitting down here for hours and hours and predicting football games, giving my thoughts, but anything can happen. That's the reality. Anything can happen, right? We've seen through the years so many surprises. But if Inter beats Porto in the Champions League, Inter qualifies for the quarter final, right? And then, as they know, Serie A title hopes is gone. They may not. I'm sure Inter will focus in the Champions League. They will just focus in the Champions League, put a mentality in the Champions League, and start resting players in Serie A most likely. And then, yeah, that between Inter, Milan, Roma, Lazio, and Atalanta, we might see a massive fight for the top four until the end of the season, right? The same with AC Milan. If AC Milan goes and beat Tottenham, I don't think they will. I think Tottenham has enough to just do this AC Milan squad, and I've got a feeling they will do it. But let's say if they get through, right? It's the same with Napoli. Napoli will be facing Frankfurt, right? I'm talking about in here, right? I think Serie A is still not in my thoughts. What I've seen, I've watched week in week out, League One, Bundesliga, Serie A, Premier League, League of Portugal and stuff. I don't think Serie A is even in the top 2 or 3 leagues yet. Just yet. It may will take time, but that's just me. I think Serie A football is very slow. Very, very, very slow football, right? It's a football where, of course, it's you cannot see when you look at the pace of the Premier League, when you look of the game plan in La Liga, we've seen a better attractive football with the most possession, different style of football from every single team. When you look at Bundesliga, a very open league, a league with that most of the games there will be plenty of goals, right? We know Serie A is known as more defensive league, but it's also a very, very slow league, very, very slow kind of football. But yes, look into the teams of Serie A. We still got Inter in the Champions League. We still got Milan in the Champions League. We still got Napoli in the Champions League with a chance to go through, right? Inter might do Porto, Napoli might do Frankfurt, and Milan might do Tottenham, and that will put Italy football with 3 clubs in a quarter final. When it was the last time we actually saw 3 Serie A clubs in a quarter final of the Champions League? I cannot remember. Probably we go back talking about how long ago? Many years ago, right? Many, many years ago. Would this be good for Serie A, for Italy football? Yes, would be good. That's for sure. Like I said, Italy football is going through a rebuild, a progress that, it will take them time. That's for sure. I strongly believe Serie A may get back into the top leagues in the world again, but still for me is no. But we might have 3 Serie A clubs in a quarterfinal in the Champions League this season, and that massively will help. It will help not only financially, it will help building Serie A, seeing teams looking into the Serie A teams maybe with different eyes, because what we've seen Serie A clubs do, and in a Champions League, in recently years. Most of the times we know it's La Liga clubs that dominates the Champions League. Plus you go the English clubs. Then you also go, Bayern who sneaks in there, and we haven't seen it. When let me just try to think to not get this wrong. Last time an Italy side won the Champions League. Let me try actually think if that was the Inter from Jose Mourinho, right? Let me just try to think. I think the last time a Serie A side won the Champions League, I think was the Inter from Mourinho beat Bayern in that final, right? Let me just quickly just double check, right? Because it's been so long. Last, Serie A team. That's what I said. And also, it's been a long time that we had three Serie A clubs in a quarterfinal in the Champions League. That might happen this season, right? Let me just quickly look it up, just to not get it wrong, because you guys know I don't like getting things wrong. I don't like being in here talking with nonsense or like, I don't know what I'm saying. So let me just confirm Champions League. Let me just type up quickly. Because I think the last time, right, let me just quickly, last time a Serie A, right, let me just quickly bring it up now. Right, why am I making this hard? Why is it not coming up? Come on, coming up, right, right. So, let's look it back now, right? Yeah, you see, I was right. So the last time we had a Serie A side that won the Champions League was back in 2009, 2010, right? That Inter with Mourinho, most of you will remember what a team that Inter had, right? What a team that Inter had. Diego Milito, Samuel Eto'o, Mourinho was the manager, Mourinho was on his prime. Let's not forget that Inter knocked out Barcelona, the best Barcelona that we've seen, the best Barcelona in Barcelona history, and the best team that I've seen. Not just because Barcelona is my club, but that Barcelona from 2008, 2009, it was the best team. And also, yeah, Barcelona from 2010, 11 with Guardiola still. But let's not forget that Inter beat them, and also Inter beat a very strong Bayern in a final with two Diego Milito goals. And yeah, but going back to last time a Serie A team won the Champions League, people, we're talking about 14 years ago, right? People, we're talking about 14 years ago, last Serie A side won the Champions League, right? He's too long, right? Back in the 90s, like I've said this a lot of times, right? I was born in let me just quickly go in here. Big up, Luca. Good to see you, my man. Vamos, vamos, my brother. Vamos, vamos. Good to see you. People, keep smashing the like on the stream, please. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate if you could smash the like on this stream. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Lucas said, who scored for Milan? Guess who scored, my man? You're not allowed to go on Google. Guess who scored, my man. Guess who scored for AC Milan? There's only one you can see who scored for AC Milan. I'm waiting for you to tell me in the live chat. Guess who scored for AC Milan? You're not allowed to say. Just think who would score for AC Milan, right? They've won 1-0. Who do you think he would score for AC Milan? You tell me in the live chat. But make sure you don't Google. You're not allowed to Google, please. Really appreciate you smash the like. And everyone, please, people, you watching this, you enjoying the stream, please make sure you support. Smash the like, smash the poll. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Leave your thoughts in the live chat as well. I'm in here. I've got a bit of time. I'll probably give another 20 minutes in this live stream. And if you want to leave your thoughts in a live chat about AC Milan, about Serie A, about, the last time a Serie A club win the Champions League. People, We're going back to 14 years ago. It's a long time. It's a long, long, long time. But I've said we might have three Serie A clubs this season straight in a quarterfinal. And if, let's say, if AC Milan beats Tottenham, Inter beats FC Porto, and Napoli beats Frankfurt, right? It means we're gonna have three Serie A, three Italy clubs in sorry, in a Champions League quarterfinal, and most likely we will have one in the semi. And who knows? Who knows, people? Who knows? We might actually have, you know, a Serie A team in the Champions League final this season. There's a big chance. There's a big chance, like I said, because there's still three Serie A sides there. But like I said, go and seeing, look at this Inter team, look at this AC Milan team as well, and even Napoli. Don't get me wrong. I've said already, and I will say this again, just not to come across that, I don't know what I'm saying, or no. Napoli has a good squad, a very good squad. I like Napoli. I enjoy Napoli. I enjoy watching Napoli play. I think Napoli has been, let me see, probably the most constant team this season in Europe. When you actually look, I know my Barcelona doing well in La Liga, but there was time this season when we sport, right? We got knocked out in the group stage as well. Probably Napoli has been overall through the whole season with Arsenal as well. Yeah, Arsenal doing well in the Premier League, but I would probably said probably Napoli has been the best team with the better football as well, right? Yeah, Arsenal also play good football. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say they're no. They've been doing amazing. Apart from they got beat their last game against Everton. But I probably would say I will bring between Napoli, Barca. Bayern's been up and down. Paris Germain has been shocking in League One. I know they're still top, but I don't know how. But yeah, I would probably say Napoli has probably been the best team around the top five leagues this season. And also, they has so much quality, so much quality. But I might be wrong. I still cannot see Napoli winning the Champions League. I'm not sure about you guys, but I cannot see, honestly, I cannot see Napoli or Inter or Milan winning the Champions League. You let me know your thoughts in the live chat. By the way, Luca, you haven't replied to me, but I'm sure you guessed who scored for AC Milan was Oliver Giroud after a great cross by Theo Hernandez. What a finish by Oliver Giroud. Absolutely beautiful to watch. But yeah, just quickly giving my thoughts about Serie A. Like I said, last time a Serie A team won the Champions League was people 14 years ago, right? I'm sorry, but that's too long. I'm really, really sorry that's too long. People cannot tell me, look, this is nothing against Serie A. Remember that I was born, right? When I was born, when I grow up, I used to love Serie A a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Serie A back in the 90s was by far the best league in the world. Serie A was what Premier League is nowadays, right? But I think they have quite a few years still. They're going through a rebuild, but they still have quite a few years to get back into the top, the best leagues in the world to try and compete with, even La Liga. For me, La Liga is better than Serie A. Not just because I support Barca, but yeah, La Liga is better than Serie A. La Liga has better teams than Serie A. That's just me. Better football as well. Bundesliga, I prefer to watch Bundesliga than Serie A. Most attractive football as well. Open football, different, like Serie A is very defensive football, very slow as well. Even League One, I know a lot of people say French league is a farm league, but look, it's very physically league, very very physically league. And going back to Serie A league, it's just like is that league that when the last we saw 14 years ago Inter won a Champions League. Come on, people, it's too long. I don't care what people say, right? I don't care what people say. Last Serie A club won a Champions League was Inter in 2009, 2010. I'm sorry, that's too long. I'm really sorry, that's too long. And apart from Napoli, even so, I think I've said what I've said about Napoli. I cannot see any Italy team winning the Champions League. Yeah, Napoli may be the biggest surprise. Have they got the squads? Yeah, they have a very good and talented squads. I keep mentioning, for me, overall, top five leagues this season, Napoli has been overall through the whole season the most constant team. Napoli has been the best team in the European top five league this season. For me, it's between Napoli, Arsenal. Let's be honest, Arsenal's been good in the Premier League. They actually been good, and Barca. But let's not forget that Barcelona has been got knocked out in the Champions League already this season. And yes, the start of the season was okay and had that period where Barca, with a lot of injuries as well, not so good. But yeah, I will say Napoli for me has been overall the best team in the top five leagues this season. That's just me, and there's a lot of quality in there, but I still believe they will not win the Champions League, right? And my man, by the way, big up to you, my brother. Really appreciate the support. Good to see you on my live stream. And he says Napoli win a Champion League this year, brother. Like I said, you just heard me say, and I think Napoli has a very good squad. For me, overall, if I have to compare in all top five leagues, all the team through this all the season already, Napoli for me has been the better team this season. I would put Napoli up there, then probably Barca in second, maybe Arsenal third. But I would definitely put Napoli. But I still think Napoli will not win. That's just me. That's the feeling that I have. I'm not saying they haven't got enough quality. I'm not saying they're not good enough. Yeah, they have enough quality. I just don't think they will not. The mentality, when you see the club mentality, yeah, when you look at clubs like Madrid, I know Madrid's been choking this season, but you look at clubs like Bayern in the Champions League. This kind of clubs, in the Champions League, they just become a monster team, right? They become a different clubs, different teams in the Champions League, and you know what's going to happen. But if Napoli win, yes, I would be happy because my Barcelona is not in there. I would be super happy to see Napoli to win, and I love watching Napoli play. I think they play very good football, very attractive football, that kind of football that like. This is what I said compared to Napoli. This is why you actually look in the table in here, the table I'm putting up in here in Serie A. Forget Napoli. Napoli in Serie A is over. Napoli's done, right? Napoli in Serie A. Napoli's just too good. Napoli this season is just too good for anyone else, right? Now is between Inter, Milan, Roma, Lazio, and Atalanta to try and fight to get into that top four. And I've mentioned, and the reason I've put this up is because if Milan, let's say, I don't think Milan's going to knock out Tottenham, but if Milan knocks out Tottenham, if Inter beats Porto as well, they will start, focus on the Champions League because that's got to put them in the quarter final. And from the quarter final, you're only few steps away to the Champions League final. And they may start concentrating as the Serie A for them is finished, is over. They may start concentrating just in the Champions League. And the mentality, when you see clubs like Inter and Milan, if you compare the mentality in the Champions League as a club compared to Napoli, Milan and Inter has the mentality, right? That mentality that Napoli hasn't got. But sometimes quality is just not enough in a competition like the Champions League. It's the mentality, right? Is the mentality. And yeah, we may see a completely different season, but I strongly believe that Inter will probably most likely finish second. Milan most likely we'll probably get a fourth, but like they need to watch out with Lazio and Atalanta. The way Lazio's been and the way Atalanta has been as well recently. Not much. The last game I've mentioned, they got beat by Sassuolo, but and Atalanta slowly getting up there. So it's got to be a big fight between all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams to get into the top four. But yeah, let's see. I've seen a lot of people out there saying Napoli's going to win the Champions League. They believe Napoli going to win. I don't think Napoli will, but Who knows? Keep smashing the like on the stream, please, people. New to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Into the poll, make sure you let me know your thoughts in the live chat. And that's it, people, because I basically have gone through AC Milan against Torino. As you guys know, Milan beat Torino 1-0 with a great header from Oliver Giroud. And I've given my thoughts about AC Milan so far this season, the reason why I think they've been very poor, and also I don't think Pioli is a good manager. That's just me. That's me. I don't have to say what most of people says. I say what I think and what I see. Pioli for me is not a good manager. I don't care what he did for AC Milan. I don't care. AC Milan won. AC Milan was just lucky last season, and this AC Milan squad is very, very poor. I don't care what people says about this AC Milan. They are shocking. Their squad is. I probably in from their squad, from their 20 whatever players they got, probably I would probably take about 2 players into Barcelona from their whole squad. They're just poor. I'm sorry, they're not good. And I gave my thoughts why they should have rebuilt from last season. They did not rebuild the squad enough. They did not buy in the talent, the depth they should have bought in this season. That's why they struggle. That's why they struggle. And I've said this months ago, right? 5 months ago, I said they was going to struggle. And then here we come. They win today, but they the game could have been a draw easily. The game could have gone even way. But yeah, they're managing to win. Hopefully that will give them confidence going into Tottenham game in the Champions League on Tuesday night. That remember, Champions League is different mentality. Let's see how they're going to turn up. But we may have a surprise in here. They might turn up. They might have one of the best nights of their lives and they smash Tottenham. Who knows? But I cannot see that happen. But by the way, happy Friday to every single one of you. Good to see, people like Frankly come in a live chat. We saw Drop Pick, looks like he's an AC Milan fan in here. Drop a comment, but we didn't see it since then. Maybe didn't like what I said about AC Milan. I just given my thoughts as a neutral fan and as a football fan. Of course, I'm entitled to have my opinion, like everyone is, and we should always respect everyone's opinion, even if you do not agree with people. Remember, you should always respect everyone's opinion, right? And yes, today, first half very boring. Better than second half, but still Serie A. We're still gonna see a few years ahead to see them get back to the best leagues. Because I'm sorry, taking Napoli off this league is just wow. This is why. Do you know what? The reason I did AC Milan today, I thought I haven't really done in the last few weeks. I haven't done Serie A. I don't think I will really do much Serie A this season because Serie A is always finished, right? Serie A is completely gone. Unless we see, a big game. But still, I would not stop watching, like a Premier League game, even La Liga game, just to do Serie A. I will always put this league ahead of Serie A. That's the reality because I was born in '89 and I was born watching basically Serie A back in the 90s, the best league in the world. Like I said already, like Premier League is nowadays, but unfortunately, Serie A, it's just I nearly fell asleep in that first half watching us in Milan, by the way. But yeah, it is what it is. Look, big up to every single one of you. I'll be back tomorrow with 2 streams. I'll be back tomorrow for Premier League, Arsenal against Brentford, and I will be back tomorrow night for the FIFA Club World Cup final between Real Madrid against Al Hilal. Then I will be back Sunday with another Premier League game between Leeds and Man United. Then I will be back Sunday night with my belong love Barcelona against Villarreal. That's going to be an interesting game. That's going to be a tough game for Barca. But yeah, that's my next streams for the next few days. 4 streams. That's going to be 2 Premier League, 1 La Liga, won FIFA Club World Cup, the final, and I will see you guys very soon. There's plenty of football coming next week. Champions League is back as well, so you guys know Football Ferreira will always bring, not always, but always try to bring the biggest game and the best leagues into the channel. Live reactions and live reviews, forwards, opinions, debates, and all that kind of stuff that I want to hear from you guys in a live chat always, and you guys want to hear from me. Yeah, big up to every single one of you. Anyways, have a good weekend. Tomorrow Saturday. If you out tonight or now, enjoy, have fun. Thank you for all the support as always, and I will see you guys very soon. God bless every single one of you.